Welcome to War Bios, the podcast where we delve into the lives of history's most fascinating military leaders. I'm your host, General Biography, and today we're going to explore the life of a man who left an indelible mark on the American Civil War, William Tecumseh Sherman. Known for his unyielding resolve, strategic brilliance, and complex personality, Sherman's story is one of contrasts: a Unionist from the South, a warrior with a deep sense of compassion, and a commander whose name became synonymous with both victory and devastation. Born on February 8, 1820 in Lancaster, Ohio, William Tecumseh Sherman was the sixth of 11 children to Charles Robert Sherman and Mary Hoyt Sherman. His early life was marked by tragedy when his father, a successful lawyer and judge, died suddenly of typhoid fever in 1829, leaving the family in financial distress. This event would have a profound impact on young William, instilling in him a sense of responsibility and an unwavering determination to succeed. Imagine a chilly winter morning in Lancaster, Ohio, with the snow-covered streets eerily quiet, as if mourning the loss of a respected member of the community. The Sherman household, once filled with laughter and warmth, was now shrouded in grief. Charles Robert Sherman's untimely death sent shockwaves through the family, leaving his wife, Mary, to care for their large brood alone. The weight of responsibility fell heavily on her shoulders as she struggled to provide for her children amidst the economic hardships of the time. It was during this tumultuous period that Thomas Ewing, a family friend and prominent politician, stepped in to offer support to the Sherman family. In 1831, he took William under his wing, providing him with stability and access to quality education, which would prove instrumental in shaping his future. The Ewing family's influence on young William was profound, as they instilled in him a strong sense of values and morals that would guide him throughout his life. Growing up in Lancaster, Ohio, Sherman was exposed to the complexities of American politics, particularly the contentious issue of slavery. Thomas Ewing, a staunch abolitionist, played a significant role in influencing William's early views on the matter. The young boy would often listen intently as Ewing debated with other prominent figures of the time, including Senator Thomas Morris, who was a vocal advocate for the abolition of slavery. These formative experiences would later shape Sherman's own stance on the issue as he grappled with the moral implications of war and leadership. The loss of his father, the influence of his foster family, and his education at West Point all contributed to the development of a complex and dynamic individual, capable of navigating the intricacies of war and leadership with a unique blend of strategic brilliance and compassionate empathy. Sherman's years at West Point, from 1836 to 1840, were formative in his development as a military leader. He excelled academically, particularly in mathematics and engineering, and graduated sixth in his class of 42 cadets. The discipline and structure of military life appealed to Sherman, who had grown up without a father figure to provide guidance. His time at the academy also instilled in him a strong sense of camaraderie and esprit de corps, which would serve him well throughout his military career. Imagine the majestic Hudson River, with its tranquil waters and picturesque scenery, providing a serene backdrop for the rigorous training that cadets underwent at West Point. Sherman thrived in this environment, where he was challenged to push himself beyond his limits, both physically and mentally. His academic prowess earned him recognition among his peers, and his natural leadership abilities began to emerge as he took on roles of responsibility within the Corps. Upon graduating from West Point, Sherman was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the 3rd Artillery Regiment and embarked on a journey that would take him to various parts of the United States, including Florida, where he participated in the Second Seminole War. These early experiences not only honed his military skills but also deepened his understanding of the complexities of conflict and the human cost of war. As Sherman navigated the challenges of his early military career, he began to develop a nuanced understanding of the world around him. He witnessed firsthand the harsh realities of war, including the suffering of civilians and the brutality of combat. These experiences would later shape his approach to leadership, as he grappled with the moral implications of war and the responsibility that came with command. As Sherman's military career progressed, he found himself at the forefront of some of the most pivotal events in American history, his name becoming synonymous with strategic brilliance and unwavering determination. In 1846, he was assigned to the Commissary Department, a role that would prove instrumental in shaping his approach to logistics and supply chain management, skills that would serve him well during the Civil War. The experience gained during this period, serving under General Stephen Kearny during the conquest of California, was a defining moment in Sherman's development as a military commander. He witnessed firsthand the importance of adaptability, innovative thinking, and calculated risk-taking, lessons that would stay with him throughout his illustrious career. The years leading up to the Civil War were marked by personal turmoil for Sherman. His marriage to Eleanor Boyle Ewing in 1846 brought him 8 children, but financial struggles plagued the family, forcing them to rely on the support of his foster family, the Ewings, to make ends meet. Despite these challenges, Sherman continued to serve in the military, rising through the ranks and gaining valuable experience that would eventually propel him to the top of the Union Army. His personal life was a testament to his resilience and unwavering commitment to duty, traits that would become hallmarks of his leadership style. The outbreak of the Civil War in 1861 marked a turning point in Sherman's career as he was appointed commander of the 15th Army Corps. The Battle of Shiloh, fought on April 6–7, 1862, was a defining moment for Sherman, who had previously struggled with self-doubt and uncertainty. As he navigated the chaos of the battlefield, Sherman's instincts and training kicked in, and he emerged victorious despite suffering a series of setbacks. The battle was a crucible, testing his mettle as a commander and forging his resolve to see the war through to its conclusion. In a letter to his wife Eleanor, Sherman wrote, "I am convinced that I shall never again be disturbed by doubts or fears, for I have seen the elephant and I know what war is." These words would become a mantra, guiding him through the trials and tribulations of the war. In 1863, Sherman's military career reached new heights as he led the Union Army to victory in the Siege of Vicksburg. The successful campaign, which lasted from May 18th to July 4th, 1863, gave the Union control of the Mississippi River and split the Confederacy in two. Sherman's innovative tactics, including the use of trenches and siege warfare, earned him widespread recognition and praise from his peers. His ability to think outside the box, to adapt and evolve in response to changing circumstances, was a hallmark of his leadership style, and it would serve him well in the months and years to come. The following year, Sherman embarked on his most famous campaign, the March to the Sea. Beginning on November 15, 1864, he led his army of over 60,000 soldiers through Georgia, leaving a trail of destruction and devastation in their wake. The march was a masterpiece of military strategy, as Sherman's forces lived off the land, destroying infrastructure, railroads, and supplies, and weakening the Confederacy's ability to wage war. As he wrote in a letter to General Ulysses S. Grant, "I can make the march and make Georgia howl." These words were not mere bravado. They reflected Sherman's deep understanding of the war's underlying dynamics and his commitment to bringing it to a swift and decisive end. Throughout the campaign, Sherman's relationships with his contemporaries were complex and often contentious. He clashed with General George Thomas, who disagreed with his tactics, and had a strained relationship with General Grant, who nonetheless recognized his genius as a military commander. Despite these challenges, Sherman remained focused on his objectives, driven by a deep commitment to the Union cause and a desire to bring the war to a close. His ability to navigate the intricate web of alliances and rivalries within the Union Army was a testament to his diplomatic skills and his unwavering dedication to the mission. As the March to the Sea drew to a close, Sherman's army approached the city of Savannah, which they captured on December 21, 1864. The victory marked a significant milestone in the war, as it gave the Union control of the port city and paved the way for the eventual defeat of the Confederacy. Sherman's military career had reached its zenith, and he would go on to play a key role in the final months of the war, leading his army through the Carolinas and ultimately accepting the surrender of Confederate General Joseph E. Johnston on April 26, 1865. The impact of Sherman's work during this period cannot be overstated. His innovative tactics and strategic thinking helped to turn the tide of the war in favor of the Union, and his commitment to the cause earned him a reputation as one of the greatest military commanders in American history. As he looked out upon the devastated landscape of the South, Sherman knew that his work was far from over, for he had played a crucial role in shaping the course of American history, and his legacy would be felt for generations to come. The March to the Sea, in particular, would become an enduring symbol of Sherman's genius, a testament to his ability to think creatively and act decisively in the face of uncertainty. As the war drew to a close, Sherman's focus shifted towards rebuilding and reconciliation, a testament to his adaptive nature and ability to pivot from the intensity of battle to the intricacies of peacebuilding. The grand review of the armies in Washington, D.C., where he was hailed as a hero alongside his fellow generals, was a moment of triumph, but also a poignant reminder of the human cost of war. Sherman's thoughts were likely consumed by the weight of responsibility for the lives lost and the families torn apart during the conflict. As he stood amidst the pomp and ceremony of the grand review, Sherman's mind may have wandered back to the pivotal moments that defined his military career: the siege of Vicksburg, the march through Georgia, and the eventual surrender of Confederate forces. These memories would later form the backbone of his autobiographies, which offered a candid and introspective look at his experiences during the war. In these writings, Sherman laid bare his strategic thinking, revealing the calculus behind his decisions and the moral dilemmas he faced as a commander. In the years that followed, Sherman continued to serve in the military, eventually becoming the commanding general of the U.S. Army in 1869. This new role allowed him to oversee the expansion of the railroad and the development of infrastructure in the West, a testament to his vision for a unified and prosperous America. The construction of the Transcontinental Railroad, which connected the East and West coasts, was a monumental achievement that would have far-reaching consequences for the nation's economic growth and global influence. As Sherman navigated the complexities of post-war America, he remained committed to the principles that guided him throughout his military career: duty, honor, and country. His leadership during this period was marked by a deep understanding of the human element in warfare, a recognition that the true cost of conflict extends far beyond the battlefield. This empathy is evident in his writings, where he grappled with the moral implications of war and the responsibility that comes with command. Sherman's legacy is indeed complex and multifaceted, reflecting both the brilliance of his military strategy and the controversy surrounding his actions during the March to the Sea and other campaigns. The burning of Atlanta, the destruction of infrastructure, and the displacement of civilian populations are all aspects of his campaign that have been subject to intense scrutiny and debate. Yet, it is also important to consider these actions within the context of their time, acknowledging the brutal nature of war and the moral ambiguities that often accompany it. He was a pioneer in the development of modern warfare, recognizing the importance of logistics, mobility, and adaptability on the battlefield. His commitment to infrastructure development and economic growth helped shape the course of American history, facilitating the nation's emergence as a global power. In the years leading up to his death, Sherman remained engaged with public life, attending veterans' reunions and speaking out on issues related to national defense. These appearances served as a reminder of his enduring relevance and the deep respect in which he was held by his contemporaries. When he passed away on February 14, 1891, at the age of 71, the nation mourned the loss of a true giant, a man whose contributions to American history were immeasurable. Today, Sherman's legacy continues to inspire and motivate us, offering valuable lessons in leadership, strategy, and character. His commitment to public service, his willingness to challenge conventional wisdom, and his unwavering dedication to the principles he believed in are all qualities that remain essential for effective leadership in any field. As we navigate the complexities of our own time, Sherman's life serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of resilience, determination, and a deep understanding of the human element in conflict. That's all for today's War Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, I'm General Biography reminding you to keep marching toward victory.